Chef Dyke Michael's making food, and he's making comedy too. Thaddeus J. McKee is co-hosting with the guy I mentioned previously. Sauce Boss Zach's on the 1 to 2, so good he calls them 2s and 3s. And as always, there's a guest who'll be sure to please on Harder Brunch.
Nerd News Edition.
Harder Brunch. Yeah, you're
Nerd
listening
News.
to Harder Brunch.
Yeah, and Nerd News.
Harder Brunch.
Longest intro in the game.
Motherfucking Nerd News.
Yeah.
Hi, and welcome to a very special Nerd Brunch.
You want to go with harder nerd?
No, still not doing it. Still don't like it.
Still no.
I'm your host, Dyke Michaels. With me, as always, my co-host, Thaddeus J. McKee.
Hey, Slappy Peppy, wah.
And two very special co-hosts, co-guests. I don't know what we call each other here.
Yeah, yes.
Tyson Cox, Tyler Waltz.
Hello, I'm Tyson.
Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program that you just had us on.
Yes.
It always feels good being welcomed on someone else's podcast when they record it in our studio. Like, hey, thanks for coming on. I'm like, thank you for coming to my house.
Yeah, thank you for being a guest in your own house.
Yeah.
It makes me feel special. We've just been shooting shit about Gen Con. And
super excited.
This is a kind of a one-off pop-up episode, a little crossover episode. And you guys are a nerd news is kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah.
What exactly is it? Let's get into
Are
that.
we done? Is that it?
Thanks for listening.
But what was the kind of like the central idea behind Nerd News? Like, what was the motivating factor to start doing it?
Yeah. So we were on our way back from a show. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what show it was, but we were on our way back from a show, and Tyson and I had been kicking around the idea of doing some kind of podcast to a certain degree, but it was more of like a tabletop RPG podcast.
Okay.
Maybe
And-
with like comedians on it.
Yeah.
That also maybe some of them like host a brunch show. It's
Right. You know.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, no, it does sound really fun. We should probably do that sometime. But then we were trying to think about making a more like short. I was thinking of a more like digestible thing, and I just thought there's so much going on with nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
all the time.
It's every day you can open your phone and there's 40 video games that are coming out. So we just thought, well, what if we just pretended to be newscasters, but instead of just genuinely reporting on nerd stuff, we just write a joke about headlines for nerd stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's how we just started doing, like, we did like one short a week.
It's great.
We had some success. Then we went to 3, and now we post one every day.
Yeah.
And then we bought some equipment, and now we have a podcast.
Yeah.
It's so fun because one, he's like, yeah, you'll like, it's such a renewable resource, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's never going to be a slack of, as long as you can keep writing funny jokes. And one of the favorite things that I love about it is it's just boom, boom, boom. It's right there.
Yeah.
Like the clips, at least.
Yeah.
You know, and then like there's like setup, punchline. But I love your intros. You guys always do like, like a funny intro. Yeah. I love the kind of weird cold openness of that. And then it is just like the jokes are usually written in such a way where it's just like you don't even have to be like a hardcore fan of whatever the thing is. Like the setup kind of explains it. So it's like everyone can enjoy the joke.
Yeah. I took a lot of inspiration from like late night monologue jokes. Because once he explained it, I immediately I was like, oh, this is great. This is me just joke writing practice. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's awesome. I love the evolution though too. Like you guys just get crazier with it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like now like you see the character expressing more things that you would never expect. Didn't you have your shirt off at one point?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
not surprised.
I love putting. It was about the boys and translucent.
Yeah.
So he's got to take his clothes off.
Yeah.
I love adding like little gags that like you'll see when someone comments on it. It just makes me so happy. Like I was naked, but I still had my lapel mic attached to my chest hair.
That's hilarious.
Or like we've washed the shirts once, but we wear the exact same shirts every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, you guys, you brought the shirts here today, but you did not wear them.
We didn't.
We didn't know. We should have.
Yeah, you
If
should've.
we recorded some shorts or something here, we were going to. But.
Tyler brought that in like it was the Shroud of Turin. Like he was just like, I have the shirts, I have them. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, we had them blessed at the beginning. I think it's part of the success. Yeah.
Stan Lee before he passed was like,
R.I.P. R.I.P. You guys have both been on Harder Brunch to different degrees. Tyler was a hardcore intern, slash videographer / jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Tyson, you've been on the podcast. You've been on the After Brunch podcast. So you know how
I
we
like
do things.
showing up because there's free food and beer.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So you asked me to make some food for this, and I didn't know what to do on short notice, and so I just made bacon pancakes because that's all I had in the house.
Well, that was perfect. I was like, yeah, don't go crazy. Like, I don't know, just get like Doritos if you need. Like, just get us Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yep, nerd stuff.
Nerd
the
stuff.
Huge.
I did want to I was trying to think of what nerd food would be outside of nerd food just seems to be sustenance to get back into more nerding.
It's like
Pretty
hot,
much.
It's Hot Pockets, pizza rolls.
Microwavable.
Yeah.
That's the category. Is
But we're older.
microwavable.
We're older nerds,
Yeah.
so we toaster oven our stuff now.
Air fryer.
Air fryer. Fuck yeah.
There has to be a smaller Venn diagram though of the foodie nerds. There has to be people that are real because I've
They're
definitely
called chefs.
Yeah.
They're called
they're
foodies.
no, but people that are because I've definitely seen theme parties of every nerd genre where they get that's my lane, that's my shit
For sure.
Yeah.
make a whole menu up about Back to the Future or whatever, I love that shit.
Well, you'd have Coke. You'd have Pepsi free.
There is a whole category of online creation for. So I don't know if you guys watch anime. There's this. I watch a few, but they always completely blow out their animation budget on the food.
Oh yeah, they do.
There's
Yeah.
entire compilations of just making food in anime.
Why do they do
Really?
that?
I don't know.
It is-
I think it was a thing that Studio Ghibli made popular.
Yeah.
And then everyone started to do it. But there's tons of people online that will recreate the scenes of the anime to make the food. And it's really cool.
Oh, I want to see that.
Are you familiar with Binging with Babish?
Babish? I was just thinking about it.
So he does stuff from TV and movies, but I got on there recently to look something up that I was working on. Oh, I think it was the episode I was doing recently, and I was like, I wonder if he's covered The Bear yet, which is a show that's on. And everything that I found recently was him doing. It was this dish, and it was all anime stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was just it all looked wild as
it
hell.
really exploded.
And I was
in
just oh
popularity.
man, he must be getting he must have done one anime thing, got a lot of hits from it. And it's this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome, and we just did that last week. So check that episode out; it's really great.
Ooh, yes.
I have a question for you guys. When did you realize you were nerds? Because people have told me that I'm a nerd, and I don't.
Yeah, it was
believe
me.
them.
It was
Yeah,
like
you did
15
say that.
minutes ago.
and I was like, I don't know what the basis of that is.
I had a little more. I was like, "You're a fucking nerd."
Yeah, you pushed me when you said it, and I was like, oh my gosh. but
I brought a locker. Actually, I brought a locker.
to see if I could fit. Is
Yeah.
that the test if you're a nerd?
Yeah.
But I don't know. When did you guys realize you were nerds? And then, am I actually a nerd?
I have a strong belief, which I'm gonna start a podcast called "Everyone's a Nerd," because everyone's into something. It doesn't matter. It could
Okay.
be if it's sports, you're a sports nerd.
Okay.
I just happen to be into pop culture, video games, comics, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, that. That made it pretty easy for me to be a nerd because I'm trying to think, when I was 15, I started playing D&D.
I thought you were gonna be when I was 15, I was bit by a radioactive nerd.
I was bit by a radioactive nerd, and I got very weak.
Yeah.
My immune system, it was a tick. I actually just got Lyme disease.
Are there porn nerds? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can find them at your local library.
I think instead of nerd though, it's called addiction. I
Or
think that's
or great.
Yeah. Is there meth nerds? I'm a meth nerd.
yeah, but if you like Breaking Bad, you're a TV nerd.
Oh.
Yeah. Or if you're a violence nerd, you're a murderer.
Murder nerd.
A murder.
I'm such a murder nerd.
Edward is such a murder nerd. Look at him go.
But yeah, no, so when I was 15, it was when I started really kind of oh, I'm a nerd, because I was going the other direction. I grew up in a farm town, real country, and so I was like, nah, I'm gonna get out of here. So I played a lot of video games, like skateboarding and stuff like that, counterculture stuff, and then it just led into me feeling like I'm being rebel. I'm fuck the man, to just I like pretending to be an elf.
Okay.
It's about about that.
What about you, Tyler?
I'd always played video games, but
It's the gateway drug to nerdism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of is. But my favorite video games were always like the Fallouts and like the RPGs where you create the characters. And then right after I graduated high school and started going to college, I found a comic book shop pretty close to the town that I live that was doing like, hey, on Wednesdays we have newbie Dungeons and Dragons. And when I was Googling it, it literally just sounded like a board game version of an RPG video game.
Yeah.
And then I showed up. My biggest complaint at the time about RPGs like Fallout is that they weren't multiplayer. So I showed up, found out that Dungeons and Dragons is literally just multiplayer, like Dark Souls and Skyrim and stuff, and never looked back.
I got into LARPing in high school.
Nice. I love it
Because I'm a like if anything, I feel like I'm a TV and movies nerd. Like that's the kind of nerd I like sci-fi stuff, but like also pop culture. But like when I was a kid back in the day, there was a Fox TV show called it was based on Vampire, The Gathering, and there was a brief
Vampire the Masquerade.
The Masquerade, yeah. But there
Yeah.
was a brief TV show on Fox. there was a brief TV show on Fox that was based upon it, and it was almost like a shitty like soap opera. But it was like the idea of like there's different vampire clans, and there's like a prince of the city and all this stuff, and I was just like, oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah. And I remember watching it, and then I switched schools, and I remember one day I was sitting in lunch, and everyone's like talking about these vampire clans, and I was like, I recognize all these names, and I was like, oh, you guys talking about that TV show on Fox? And everyone looked at me like I was poison. And they were like, it's a game. And I was like, wait, you guys are playing the game of the TV show on Fox? And they were like, no, man, it's like this whole game. And then I started playing it, and then I was just like went down the rabbit hole of live action role playing. Yeah. But the thing is, like, I don't know if they had a bad reputation. Is that why you pretend like you were gonna leave?
No, it's because you said it wrong.
What? Oh,
you said The Gathering. It's The Masquerade.
well, there is Vampire the Gathering. There's a thing called there's one of them's called The Gathering. I forget, but maybe it's Werewolf the Gathering.
No, it's Werewolf the Apocalypse and Werewolf the Forsaken.
Somebody look up The Gathering.
I got werewolf tattoos.
Maybe it's Juggalo the Gathering.
it's Magic the Gathering.
Magic
Juggalo.
the Gathering.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm leaving again. Fuck.
Here's the thing. I played that too. I'm not a good nerd. I'm just a nerd. I was also like the dude who like, because like the way the campaign was played in high school was it was always going on. So like there's 1,000 people at Ben Davis. So like from the time you showed up to the time you left, the game was in play anytime you were in the hallway.
Oh wow.
Or whatever.
Sounds like a dream to me.
But it was great.
Amazing.
But also like I was like a 17-year-old who was trying to get the ladies. Yeah. And so like I'd be like walking with a girl and like some fucking dude with acne would come up and like, test me for this shotgun. And I was like, just go fuck yourself, nerd. And then I'd have to be like, meet me in the parking lot after school. In front of the ladies.
Oh, man. A lot of people don't know this, but nerds get down, my dude. Nerds get nasty.
The first vampire party I went to, they got freaky.
Yeah,
I was
Wait.
like, oh, I've been missing
It's
out.
pretty
You've been
wild.
to a vampire party and we've never talked about this?
I mean, it was just people that played the game, but yeah, that's when I was just like, that I was like, they turn up. Like that was the first, like, I was like, wow, these people turn up more than anything I was used to.
You should go to the post parties of Gen Con.
I was gonna bring that
They're
up. I'm super
so
excited.
wild.
Really?
It's amazing.
What is it with actors in the like show choir? I was in show choir.
Yeah.
They turned up.
Yeah.
Hard.
You gotta let it out. You know, gotta let it out.
THC and everything.
I saw
Not the
at
Delta
least
8?
2 people doing THCs that day. What is going on here?
Freebasing?
Guys, put the THCs down.
But no, like the post party. That's I don't know what it is, but it's true. Like you're busy the whole time, and then you're like, I'm gonna fuck this person.
Yeah. I think for the dancing, at least, like you were. Oh, this is gonna sound bad, and I want to back out of it. You were next to a lady dancing.
Yeah.
And like you're a high school boy, and I want to take this back even more as I keep going.
Okay.
Too
But
late.
like,
No off ramps.
but we had a. This is so bad.
Keep it rolling, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the same changing rooms, all right? So, and like, we were gentlemen. We looked away, but you could imagine
Your
what was
school
happening
was
behind
bad.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, we also showered together in football.
What?
That was a
Oh, in
different sport.
football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That was probably,
I don't know. I'm just trying to say people started to get down.
Yeah. Nah.
Not me.
It became erotic.
It did.
I always had a blindfold.
Very steamy.
It was
so bad.
Thad was always a gentleman. Hey guys, I got a game for you guys.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to play?
I fucking love games.
I got old man eyes, so I got to take these glasses off. And
By the way, just as a heads up, Thad, you leaned off camera.
Yeah, I know what I just realized I canceled myself. What?
yeah.
He was like, "We've got a game," and you were like, "No."
Yeah.
Not we.
I'm looking for bus passes to Canada.
All right, boys. So this is a game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to everyone's favorite game show, Food Nerds. Or Nerd Food, I don't know.
Cool.
We're only going to play it this once, we'll never play it again. So it doesn't matter what the name is. We got two contestants, Tyler and Tyson. You guys are going to be playing against each other.
Oh.
The first person, go ahead and throw up your right hand to signal in when you have the answer. Let's test that out. 1, 2, 3, go. Well, that was Tyson.
Ooh, that was Tyson.
All right.
Can it be the left hand?
Yeah, sure. Just put up one of your hands.
I
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
I'll do just
Not
the
the
middle.
left
The
hand.
middle.
Put up one of your hands. Now, Thad, I'm going to read the questions. Can you help me out? Because I have old man eyes.
Help you read them?
Nope. Can you just tell me who has their hand up first?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
when it shoots up. These questions are going to get increasingly more difficult. We're going to start off with an easy one. If you're into nerd culture, like I believe you are.
Are we about to get exposed?
Question number 1.
We're getting Olivia Munn.
Now, you don't even need to wait for me to read the entire question. If you think you know the answer,
All right. Jeopardy
go
rules.
ahead and throw the hand up. It has to be past your shoulder, I think is fair. Don't do one of these.
Okay.
It has to be up.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to throw my. I'm too white to throw my right hand up.
Just throw up an appendage. I don't care.
That's hilarious.
All right. Question number 1. The cake is a lie became a meme.
Tyson, that was Tyson all the way.
Portal.
The answer is Portal.
Yep.
Wow. Can you read the whole question? For
I will. The cake is a lie became a meme after this game's release. Now, I should have written that completely different. I'd be like, the cake is a lie became.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is immediate.
Not what the game was.
Yeah. You should have put the cake is a lie in a reference to in this game
Yeah.
and then completely just screwed Tyson over.
He said it's gonna get harder. So
1 point, Tyson. All right. You guys ready? Number 2.
no applause.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well,
That's also your job.
Well, we can do applause if you need it.
Wait, if you win, I quit.
Nerds need the
the show will
affirmation.
finally-
You're on the applause and booze and watching the hands.
And watching the hands.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Sorry.
Sounds like high school all over again.
All right. Question number 2. This fast food restaurant featured in a video game uses the following slogans: cock-a-doodle-doo, taste the cock, putting the yolk into yokel,
I can tell you what game it is.
100% meat, 110% meat, suffering never tasted so good. If you enjoyed it, the chicken didn't die in vain. What is the name of that franchise?
Tyson.
The video game franchise is Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Incorrect. That's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for the name of the video game. We're looking for the
Right.
name
I also knew the video game, but I don't know.
No,
the,
neither.
of.
Yeah.
Clucking good.
Is that your final answer?
I don't know. Let me Google it.
No. Google it.
No Googles.
Now we
That was
both
not
lost
part of
on
it.
this one.
That was not part of it.
All right. Tyler, you want to take a stab at it?
Can I lose points?
Nah, I can't remember.
There's no wrong answer. It's just wrong people. It was Cluck and Bell. Cluck and Bell was the name of the answer.
I knew that.
No, they
No,
don't.
that's a
No.
boo.
That's
Yeah.
a boo. That's a boo.
All right, you
for
don't have to
this.
soundboard anymore. It's fine. I regret my comment.
Guys, it's getting harder now. So, all right, so one question, Tyson. You correct. Tyler, nothing
not
on the
doing
board.
good.
Nothing on the
I'm
board.
not doing good.
I feel like, okay, we'll dovetail into, this one's fun. Based on the resource cards in the game Catan, what dish could you make to celebrate a new settlement? Escargot, chitlins, haggis, or foie gras?
That would be Tyson. Very
Tyson.
silly.
Haggis?
Correct answer is haggis.
Damn it.
Tyson Cox with 2 on the board.
That was a guess.
No, I was like, they have sheep. I didn't quite understand the question, so I was like, you could build a house?
So I was looking for, like, there was only one thing that was made out of sheep.
Sheep.
We'll say. Haggis is traditionally made out of a sheep's stomach.
Sheep's
Good to know.
Would I eat it? No, not even. It's not even a mythical creature either.
I'd
shit.
try it.
Yeah, I've got down on some haggis before. All right, 2-0.
This is really embarrassing.
Yeah, because you're the one that looks like they enjoy food the most.
Yeah, that's so true.
Hey.
Was that from Princess Bride?
No, I think that's from Half Baked.
Nice.
No, play that boo again.
Maybe it is.
This
Yeah,
is a bonus
that's from
question.
That's Princess Bride. Boo! Boo! The Queen of Filth. The Queen of Refuse. It's Princess. She's yelling at Princess Buttercup in a dream.
That's a secret nerd drop we didn't even know we had.
Hell yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
All right, next question. In Dungeons and Dragons, a typical dungeon ration consists of dried food suitable for extended travel, including jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts. What of the following would be the worst to bring with you in Dungeon Dragons?
Dungeon Wagons.
Yeah, the worst to bring with you in dungeon rations. So basically, the food that would spoil the quickest.
Okay.
Could you relist the food, please?
He's about to.
Haven't read it yet, Tyler.
Oh,
He's also a time traveler about little girls.
I was real.
He's actually 2 little girls in a man suit.
Worcestershire sauce, dried pasta, chips and hummus, or honey. Oh shit!
Ooh, that was Tyler.
It was Tyler.
I would
Tyler.
say chips and hummus.
Chips and hummus is correct,
Correct.
Tyler.
Fuck you, Tyson.
I'm gonna boo the board up on that one.
Yeah. Well, he used the F word. I didn't like that.
We are gonna have to, of course, deduct 50 points for using the F word. We don't
do that.
So 2-1. Oh man. So I don't think I. All right. Next question. If you're looking to get something to eat in the town that the board game Monopoly is based on, would you be getting a Philly cheesesteak, a Boston cream pie, Atlantic City saltwater taffy, or a slice of New York City pizza?
Ooh, that is
Tyler.
Tyler hardcore.
Taffy?
Saltwater taffy is correct because
Son of a
Monopoly
Woo!
takes place in Atlantic City.
Yep.
Atlantic. Like it's the only Atlantic.
Did you think it was Boston as well?
I didn't give a shit.
That was a 50-50 guess
was
between the
Monopoly.
pizza and the taffy for me.
Yeah.
So here's a problem with this game. You guys got one wrong. You both got one wrong. And
You only had
then
5 questions.
you both got 2 right.
How about we do another soundboard if they could guess what move for the troll?
Yep. No. He's got it. The tiebreaker, of course, we planned this out fucking years ago.
I like how you made it seem like you're just making it up on the fly. I like that.
We're gonna play a sound clip for you, and if you could,
I'm an honest person.
that's right.
Oh,
And I know exactly where it's
oh,
from.
we have a. Oh,
Yeah.
if Tyson could get it right,
And we're back to tie.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about just doing it and living with it, but I wanted to be able to sleep.
He's getting his finger to the button. You're like, I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
you're like the guy
Boys
from the
Scout.
rehearsal. Anyways, that's a deep cut.
How about this? If Tyson can guess it, he wins.
That's some shit, but okay.
So I
If
gotta answer.
Tyson can't guess it, did you know before, or did you?
I didn't. I knew when I was told what it was from.
Oh, so
Yeah,
then you would have lost anyway. So there's Tyson.
That's not fair.
No.
That's not fair. Man.
I still want to know what it is.
Here, I'll come up with a question.
While
for
you
us.
think.
I'll think of a question. Hang on.
Here it is.
Nope. Sorry. Oh.
I mean, it's right there.
No, we switched it. We just switched it.
Oh, it's over here. Then
It's not there.
Shame.
No, it's not there.
it's not. It's gone.
It's gone. It's not.
Oh,
on
that
board.
was my favorite sound clip.
Actually, hold on. Can you guess this sound clip, Tyson?
Shame.
It's from
Shame.
Handmaid's Tale. No.
Shame.
Wait,
Tyler,
no,
would
that's
you like
Game
to
of
steal?
Thrones.
Shame.
It is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's not the tiebreaker. I don't know. Can you guys like arm wrestle?
I think this is fucking riveting for the listeners at
I
home.
know. Man,
Who's the best kisser? Let's go. On me, boys.
I'll tell you what, you guys are always winners here.
That's a cop out.
Brunch Trivia. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Losing followers right now.
We're all gonna say,
Ty's like kissing her sister. And trust me, I don't have a sister.
I answered the bonus question you didn't even have.
equal nerds, we're all friends and we're all winners here. We'll see you next time on Food News. Trivia, whatever we called it. I'm sorry. So have more questions next time.
Participation ass trophy.
I know. It's all right. When I was 9, I asked for him. I was like, I need to make sure I have a trophy along with everyone.
Hey, sir, I need that participation trophy.
Yeah.
Man, well, you know what? I feel like we've all learned something here today. Don't do that. I do want to say the last time I was at Gen Con was with Tyson. I snuck in to do a Red Flag Comedy podcast with the sketchiest guy ever, who did secure me a room at Gen Con. He pulled some strings. I saw him get kicked out of Gen Con after he did all that. And then Tyson came in and I was like, hey, Tyson, you know this nerd stuff. Will you help me co-host something?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, sure. And then so we just had people come in and I realized there's different levels of nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, even I remember even like one or two people like I was like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah. No, it's wild.
And I realized, as nerdy as I thought I was like, I don't know what the fuck any of these people are talking about. And then it was just Tyson interviewing people, and they're like, well, of course, I made Gleep Glorp 7, and, not to be confused with Gleep Glorps 9 through 3. And it was just like, what happened to this podcast? But then you did a comedy show there. Mm-hmm. How many times have you done stand-up at
Comic-Cons?
At it was Gen Con, right?
I think I've done Gen Con 2 or 3 times. I've done an anime convention. I've done Comic-Cons. I love doing conventions. Because I have some nerdy jokes that just don't hit the same.
They don't resonate.
They don't hit the same.
No, that's right. Because I remember you had a really hot set.
Oh, yeah.
And you were just like beaming afterwards. You were like glowing.
It was so fun.
You were having such a good time. And then we all went up to get a drink at the bar. And it was like you, me, another comic. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you kind of left to go do something else. And I'm sitting with my friend Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember all of a sudden she just starts like looking behind me, and I can just tell. You just tell when someone's not listening to you. Mm-hmm. And I can tell she's looking at me, but she's looking through me. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, what's going on? I got some shit on my face. Like, what are we doing here? And she goes, it's the sexy werewolf from True Blood. Mm-hmm. He's sitting right behind you. And I look, and it was the sexy werewolf guy from True Blood, which apparently he's like a huge gamer.
Nerd.
Huge gamer.
I saw him clap back at someone on Twitter because he was like, some dude gave like a shirtless picture. He was like, ugh, and he's like, I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. And then he cuts back with his Men's Health cover, and he goes, I do. Like, get him!
Yeah, it's like Henry Cavill.
Yeah, Henry Cavill,
yeah,
huge
the guy
nerd.
that played Superman and The Witcher, just a huge nerd.
But then she got me into like, well, let's do a lap. And I was like, that's not crazy. This is the thing is like, he's just hanging out with his friends. They're drinking beers. So I was like, I don't want to be a creep. And I was like, oh, is this what women feel like? Because we were definitely just like walking around leering at him. It was just like, oh, is this what it's like? This is fun.
Scott Bakula grabbed my ass one time.
What?
Don't know. I think he was just goofing. But
was
like,
it him or did someone else quantum leap into his body?
Maybe it was that. But like, I was just leaning. I was talking to someone leaning, and all of a sudden I feel someone pinch my butt, like a goose me a little bit. I was like, what the fuck? I look over and I just see Scott Bakula like smiling at me like. And he gives me not like a creepy wink, but he's just like, yep, no one's gonna believe you, and just kept walking. And I was like, whoa,
it's weird.
What the fuck just happened?
It's fun when I do it,
and everyone believes it.
Wow, Scott, really?
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, it's a thought I never thought I would. You know when your brain doesn't put things together because why would that ever? I was like, did Scott Bakula just grab my ass?
I would have legit started crying. I would have been like, it's such a big part of my childhood. Oh my god, I love Quantum Leap so much.
I was just like, oh boy.
You want to talk about the episode with the evil leaper? Oh my god, it's so good.
No one believes me with my story. Like back when Baywatch was really popular, I went to like a convention and Pamela Anderson was there.
Oh, yeah.
And she just like reached down and like just started like making out with me. I'm like, oh my gosh. And like no one was looking.
What do you mean she reached down and started making out with you?
No, in fact, Pamela Anderson.
Because she was on like one of the lifeguard chairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Because of Baywatch.
Are you just doing the scene from Sandlot?
And like I was like spitting up water.
Yeah. You just had a bottle of water and you're like, oh no.
Did you try to Wendy Peppercorn Pam Anderson in the 90s?
Just made out with Pamela Anderson. And no one believes that story, but you know what? See, even you guys don't believe it.
No, I don't believe it.
And you know what? That's the way to end the podcast, guys. Nerd News, thank you guys so much for being on here.
Thank you for having us.
Where can people find you and follow you on social media?
Look the Nerd News. Look up Nerd News. Hashtag Nerd News. Nerd News Network at gmail.com. Email us.
We're Nerd News channel at gmail.com.
We were trying to get all of it Nerd News Network.
Yeah, there's the one. There's always
the
one.
Hardest.
The Gmail.
The hardest.
And what about your individual? Because you guys are both stand-up comics, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'll go first. I'm at Tyler Waltz Comedy.
Nice.
And I'm at Tyson Cox Comedy.
That is Jay.
I'm at nerdnewsniggas.com. That is trademark now. Y'all can't use it.
3 G's and A and a Z. I'm at Dyke Michaels on all social media. Thank you guys so much. Nerds, if you like this, please follow Harder Brunch. And if you like the nerd news from Harder Brunch, please follow them. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.